Hey, good morning, everyone, and welcome this morning. Today, I'm going to chat with you guys a little bit about the why behind your goals and why that is almost more important than the goals that we actually set. So, whether you are looking at setting goals for the new year or whether you're looking at goals for the new quarter or it's a different season, any time of the year when you set a goal, having that why and that intention behind it is almost going to be significantly more important to keeping you on track throughout the year or throughout that period as you work towards those goals. So I'm going to just talk about a few quick points about the why when you're setting your goals and kind of thinking through that why process behind this. And this is something that I do walk clients through. This is something that I encourage new clients in my programs to think through and work through. In terms of them working through Pinterest. But this can actually be for anything that we set for in our life, in our business, any goals that we are striving for this year. And so the first thing I want to talk about when it comes to your why is number one, you set the goal, you have your goal set in mind for each goal. What is the why behind that goal? And I always encourage you to maybe sit for a minute with that question, journal through that question, get some thoughts out on paper as to what that answer would be. Like, what is the why behind that goal? So, for example, if you're setting a goal that as a business goal, you want to achieve X amount more subscribers on your email list in a 90-day period, what does that increase in email subscribers do for you? Like, what is the why behind that? So journal through that, think about that, and think about what the why is behind the goals that you're setting. Because if you don't have a why to begin with, it's going to be hard to stick to the day-to-day steps and actions that you're going to have to take to get to that goal. So that's the first thing I want you to do. The second thing when it comes to your why is I want you to think through why. So you have the why in your mind. So X amount of email subscribers means what to you? The why behind that. Why do you want those more people on your email list or more clients in your group program or more members in your membership? Why is that important? And then think about why is that important to you, personally to you, as a person in your business, like what the why itself, and then why is that important to you? And that kind of makes you think about why, not only why it's important, but also along the lines of what happens because you're starting to reach this goal. So, and when you're able to see this, you're able to see a little bit more clearly the impact that that's going to have on your business and on your life. So, so for example, if let's say you're a service provider and you are working largely with most of your client base is one-to-one, but you'd like to get to a point where maybe you're not so dependent on all one-to-one or all done for you services, right? So what would that look like? So if you created a group offer and that group offer was maybe a tenth of the cost of your one-to-one program or your one-to-one done for you offers or services, and you were able to fill that group program, what would that mean to you? Why is that important to you? Because I can tell you, if you're looking at something where you're shifting your business model, where you're going to be less dependent on higher ticket clients, maybe that is important to you because that gives you that sense of maybe a little bit more ownership in your business. Maybe that frees up your mind a little bit so that if you did, let's say you had all high ticket clients and you lose one, that's a significant loss to your monthly revenue, correct? So if you think about that. So if you had another avenue for you to grow in your business and your goal was to get more, let's say, members in this group program, that was your goal. So that's a goal. The why behind that is that will decrease your dependency on your higher ticket clients. But then why is that important to you? You have an inner reason of why that is important to you and why that matters so much. Some people prefer only to deal and only to have the high ticket clients in the one-to-one business model. And they have a certain why where their goals are going to be different. So think through that why. Why is it important to you? And then my last tip for you is how can you put that front and center in your mind? So you have a goal of growing your email list, growing your group program. you've journaled through why that's important to you and what that means to you, what that impact looks like on your business, what the impact looks like on your life. So again, same example, service provider, you've only done the done for you services, and your options are you could hire help and manage a team and continue to take on those higher ticket clients, or you can branch off into other different types of offers and kind of expand your business model in a different way. And if you were to do that, what does that mean for you? So if you're only focused on serving and doing the done for you, and you shift into a little bit more of a done with you, does that free up your time a little bit more so that you're able then to break away from all of the done for you or the team management, and you're able to then picture life or running your business a little bit differently? Maybe it's a little bit more aligned to you and your personality. So think about how setting that goal, the why behind it and why it's important to you on an inward level, and then what that picture looks like. So then the third tip is, how can you keep that front and center so that you remember that? So as you're working towards some of these bigger, longer term goals, and you're trying to remember, or you kind of get lost in the day to day, and then you can lose a little bit of that momentum and it's hard to keep going. How do you keep that picture front and center in your mind? Because that why is what's going to keep you going through the ups and the downs in everything that you do this year as you're working towards that goal. So whether that is painting that picture in your mind or having a way to like envision it, visualize it, maybe it is putting a picture up somewhere in your office. This time of year, a lot of us are doing like vision boards. So maybe that is something that you can put front and center, where you can look at that and see that every single day. If that is a bigger goal that you have for your business, whether it's another goal that you set in your life. So these were just some tips that I felt were super helpful for me in helping keep myself going through business, and what I'm starting to bring to the mix too as I set my goals for the new year. And this is something I highly encourage. So with the clients that I work with, they are going to be diving into organic marketing on Pinterest, and that is a long-term game. It takes a different mindset than social media. And so the clients that I work with, I strongly encourage them to go through this practice of number one, setting their goals, but then really diving into the why behind the goals that they're setting, so that as it starts to get repetitive, they're creating content, they're creating pins. It's just that keeps them going on that step-by-step process of what the results and the goals that they are picturing from Pinterest and that level of marketing in their business. That type of exercise really helps them to continue going and just putting one foot forward in front of the other, and really helps them to develop that mindset for that endurance and for growth and for the long term. So I hope this was helpful. If you guys have any questions at all, please feel free to drop them below. I see I've got a couple people on, so thank you guys for joining me live. If you caught this live, you can hit #live in the comments. And then if you're catching this on the replay, you can drop your questions in the comments below this video. I will post this up later. And always, if you have questions for me when it comes to getting up and running and what Pinterest would look like in your business, just know that I have with you guys on with this video today. The From Pin to Paid membership is something that the doors are going to be opening starting this week. And this is your last time around to get in, where it is a month-to-month membership with no commitment required. That program is going to shift into a 90-day minimum commitment starting in middle of January. So if you're looking or interested in getting Pinterest up and running in your business, you're wondering what your business, if your customers are on Pinterest, what Pinterest will look like in your business, please feel free to reach out. I'm always happy to answer any questions, and I will drop a link. The link is in my bio for the more information on the From Pin to Paid membership. And that, like I said, is going to be launching today and will be open now, and is the last chance that you have to get in at the $197 per month price point for no minimum monthly commitment. So you could literally come in, trial it, see how it works for you. And if it's not for you, there is no commitment for you to stay at this point. And again, I'm happy to answer any questions if you're interested in learning more about Pinterest marketing in your business and some of these first getting started steps. Thank you guys so much for joining me. It has been fun chatting with you guys again. These goals and the why behind the goals is such an important first step with any goal setting that you do, and then especially if you're looking at Pinterest marketing for your business. So I hope you guys have a wonderful new year. I will be back next week with more tips for you guys. But until then, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you guys have a wonderful new year and lots of celebration for what we have planned and what you guys have in store for yourselves for the new year. Many wishes for joy this weekend and many blessings to you guys. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful rest of your day. All right. Bye, everybody.